Welcome to another video, and today we are going to look at the topic heat transfer, right? What do we know about this topic though? So let's go. These are the content that we want to cover today. Define the term heat, method of heat transfer, classification of cooking methods, all right? So let's go to the term heat, H-E-A-T. What we mean by that when it comes on to cooking? I know you're thinking, okay, so let's go. So heat is a form of energy that is used to cook food. Do we agree? I'm sure you do, right? So all methods of cooking required some form of heat, right? So all method of cooking, it doesn't matter what method of cooking that we're doing, it required some method of heat, right? Which must be transferred from its source to the food and through the food. Hope you get that right. So let us go quickly. So there are three types of heat transfer. So the heat can be transferred by conduction, convection, and of course, radiation. What we mean by conduction? So let's talk about that one first, right? So energy moves through a medium of liquid, gas, or solid from one substance to another. In this case, from liquid, water, to a solid method of a spoon. So let me give you a scenario now before I go further. So, conductions, for instance, you put on a pot of water, right? And then now you put the spoon. Anybody ever done that before? Like you actually put the spoon in the pot and you leave it for a while. What do you think will happen? The heat is transferring from that product to the spoon. The spoon gets really hot, really, really fast, especially the method, right? Good. So now we can relate. This is another term. Heat transfer through direct contact between objects that are at different temperature. For example, when you touch a hot pot, heat is transferred through the conduction from the pot to your hand. Yeah? Good. So let's talk about the next one, convection. And sometimes we actually, mix up convection with conduction, but I want you to get the content today. So let me go back to conduction. So conduction is the heat transfer through direct contact with the object. Let me go to convection now. Convection now is the rapid transfer of those heat with the movement of molecules through liquid and gas. So let me give you a perfect example. Mommy put on a pot and she pours some water into it. And after a while, we see the water start to boil up, right? So those molecules, so the gas and liquid is coming together. So that is called convection. Good. Another term, same convection. So heat transferred through the movement, as I mentioned before, of particle in a fluid, liquid, or gas. For example, when you boil water in a pot, the hot water rises to the top and cooler water sinks to the bottom in a circular motion, transferring heat through convection. Good. And this one is the easiest of all. So nobody actually, mix up this one. Radiation. And we all hear about radiation. And when we talk about radiation, we're talking about the oven and the microwave, right? So the heat is transferring to that object. Good. So radiation is the heat energy in the form of electromagnetic waves. The heat transfer travel directly from its source to the object to be heat, right? So example, we talk about the microwave. We talk about grilling when we're roasting anything and when we do a barbecue or a grill. Good? So this one is easy to remember. So the heat transfer through electromagnetic waves that can travel through vacuum space or through the air. For example, sun heat from the sun reaches the earth through radiation. So we get that, right? This is the photo of all three. So now we are seeing the conduction. If you look at the photo properly, you see that the angle of the pot. So the heat is transferring to the angle, yeah? The convection now is the molecules inside. And we see the radiation. So you see all of them is coming into one play, into one particular example. Are we seeing that? Sure we are. This is another example as well with all three. Good? But what is cooking though? Cooking is the application of heat from food. Cooking is the application of heat to food that soften or make it more palatable for our consumption. And we have some various reasons for cooking food. Cooking makes food easy to digest. It makes food easy to digest. Cooking makes food easy to eat. It makes food safe to eat. Cooking destroys many bacteria, microorganisms, or germs in the food. Cooking improves the appearance of food. And of course, it improves the taste that we all love. Then we have two classifications of cooking method. We have moist method and we also have dry. So let's talk about the moist one quickly. So moist heat method. Moist heat methods are those in which the heat is conducted to the food product by water or water base. Good? And then the dry heat method now. Dry heat methods are those in which heat is conducted without moisture. That is by hot air, hot metal, radiation, or